Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Mixie.
And my name is Steven. This is episode 5 of All-Star Shore called I'm Too Pretty for This.
I have felt this every day at some point for at least one thing, if not multiple times in a day.
That's your right as a pretty person to do that.
Thanks. You have that right too, Steven. We're not hot enough to manifest, but we can at least say we're too pretty to do things. I
like where your head's at on that. I really appreciate that. That's a really good thought process. It's just putting us in a good mindset today. That's what we need. We do. It is what we need.
We're already in episode 5 of All-Star Shore. Time flies when you're having fun. We have a lot to get into on this episode. But before we do, I need to maybe take a step back. Maybe Steven needs to take a step back here. We have some house cleaning to do.
Whoa.
Well, I don't know. Because I feel like I kind of said this. You maybe need to step back more than me. Let me get into it. So everybody, I'm sure you are listening now, so you listened to last episode where Steven and I tried to figure out what Tamaris was referring to when saying that she was giving her fuck girl energy or fuck girl. She was being a fuck girl and that's why she won and all this stuff.
She needed to bring back her fuck girl-ness, if you will. She needed to bring it out.
And we were discussing what a fuck girl is and what that meant. Because it's not like she went and like blew a bunch of dudes and that's why she won the challenge. So we were just a little confused as to what she meant.
In other news, that would also, I think, be correct, right? I think that would be correct.
It's a lot of work.
Well.
I also feel like her jaw would cramp up at a certain point, but also you said that it doesn't matter if there's teeth involved, you'd still take it. So I don't know. Anyways, back to the main point. Tamaris reached out. Hi, Tamaris. Thank you so much for educating us on this and also just being really fucking cool. And I told her that I was going to read out the definition that she gave of a fuck girl. Not because she asked us to, but because I personally feel like it is empowering and it's something that we as women should take on and start jumping on this fuck girl train that Tamaris has built for us and is chewing along the track. So,
as a matter of fact, I feel like I should not be on camera during this. We're just going to go to a single box so all the attention can be on the women. Here we go. Ready? Single box. Take the single box.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So much Mixie. All right. She said, an F-girl is a woman who isn't afraid to stand alone. More importantly, she knows herself, so validation is not needed from anyone or anything. She's also a woman who does not have to sleep around to get what she wants. When she walks in a room, she's alluring enough to draw attention, but you also know she demands respect and won't settle for anything less. An F-girl is not easily fooled by an F-boy. Take that, Urban Dictionary.
Wow.
Beautifully put.
Right from the OG F-girl's mouth, right?
Yes, absolutely. So if you were curious what an F-girl is, if you need to update your Tinder, Bumble profile with this updated definition, if you or someone you love or know is a part of Urban Dictionary, maybe contact them to update their definition. Tamaris has spoken.
And so she should. She can say anything she wants at any time.
Yes.
She can demean me. I might be into that for the first time ever. Who knows?
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Who knows? Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm glad we did the tidying up around the house because it needed to be done before we get into episode 5. A lot to get in here, so let's get this train rolling.
Yeah, they didn't tidy up the house when they started this episode. Once again.
No.
We had underwear this time.
Planted underwear.
It's 100% planted underwear. Those are not used
and I'm
undies.
okay with that. I think you might hear that as a negative that we don't like that. Incorrect.
Yeah.
Plant away, sir.
Thank you for clarifying,
away.
Stephen. That was important.
Yeah. I do want to know, Mixie, before we get this train kind of running right down the track here of episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
At the very beginning, they showed Chantel and Guy in bed.
Yes.
There was a moment where I feel like Chantal went to go grab Guy's dick.
Oh.
Did you see this? I'm going to play it here.
I did
on
not.
YouTube, full screen. I think this is a dick grab. I think it's a dick grab.
It's funny.
She might be adjusting, but I think she grabbed a dick.
I mean, as she should. Get that anaconda out of your bed, girl. Like, you can't sleep with snakes like that. Scary. But I wasn't focusing on her hands. I was trying to see if she was going to give me some ass. Give me one good more ass shot in that fit. But it wasn't. It was side cheek, but it wasn't a full moon, and that I was more focused on that stuff. But hey, good for her. Grab that anaconda. Give it one more tug before it needs to exit the vicinity.
Yeah, just for safety.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Don't want to get bit.
No. Maybe you already got bit.
Yeah.
Or it got bit. I don't know.
I hope she didn't give teeth, because against what Steven has said in the past, don't do that. I don't understand why I need to be the one that's advocating for this. Honestly, this seems really upside down.
Very specific moment we were talking about Taylor Swift and being involved.
We were not talking about Taylor Swift. No one said Taylor Swift. My ass didn't say Taylor Swift. I just said generally, you said there's no such thing as a bad blowjob. We can bring this back up. You said there's no such thing as a bad blowjob. I said when teeth are involved, and you went, roll the tape back.
Depending on who's involved.
It doesn't matter. Teeth is teeth. Anyways, back to what we were dealing with. We get the nice wake up scenes. Love those. Fabio is making breakfast. I honestly think Fabio, I don't like agreeing with Melinda, but I do think Fabio is like quintessential, like, man, take notes, men. Like, this is how you do it. Wakes up, makes breakfast, positive attitude. I just really love Fabio. He really, he's growing on me.
He's great. We knew it from the beginning. He's still getting scared by the air horns. He's making breakfast for everybody. But my guy is burned. Here.
Well, I think that he was doing that new thing, where I think it's called, I looked it up, perineum sunning, or as the kids like to say, butthole sunning.
Okay.
Where, again, from all of the deep research I did, so 100% quote me on this.
I see where you went. Research. Yeah.
It said that it's great for you. And when I tried to figure out what exactly it does for you, the thing that kept coming up was that it increases your vibrations. This sounds like manifesting to me.
I'm not buying this. I think this was some.
You know what I'm talking about, though,
online.
where they hold their legs up and they show their tossed salad area between like the front bits and the back hole. That part, you sun it, and it's apparently supposed to like make your life better. And people like hold their feet. I'm not giving free feet, but like they hold their feet up like this, and they show it to the sun.
No, you should not be doing this. If anybody listening is doing this, please do not do this.
I don't know. Maybe your neighbors appreciate it.
Taint? You're sun-tanning your taint in person, not on a tanning bed?
Correct.
Like to
increase your vibrations, Stephen. You're not thinking about your vibrations. When's the last time you tried to increase your vibrations?
Pass.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't think I want to know.
Yogi shit's
I don't think
weird.
I want to know. Is this some sort of holistic thing where my vibration is off and therefore my aura and my energy and my sun moon croissant shape or whatever is out of whack? I don't know. I don't like it. Please stop tanning your taint. We don't need that. This is so
PSA,
European.
Don't tan your taint.
Don't tan your taint. I want to make that on a t-shirt and sell millions of them. Please don't tan your taint. Do, 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 do.
Thank you, Stephen.
You're quite welcome.
Fabio heard that he got asked the week last week for showing straight ass to camera, and he was like, I'm going to do it again. But the cameramen were like, not right now. Not right now. I was upset because I wanted to see it, but don't worry, we got it later. There was more conversation in the kitchen, and then we cut to Vinny and Tamaris in exile in the place that they definitely slept in.
They definitely slept in.
100% woke up in the same place, and there was never anything that changed between when we left and they said goodnight and when we got there, and they were definitely waking up in that spot.
I think it's absolutely ludicrous for anyone to assume that that is not 100% the truth and that they would try to lie to us in that way. That they would just, like, what would have to happen? They would put them there and then go, all right, guys, 3, 2, 1. And on action, you're just going to go, oh, my God, thank God we're awake. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, action? No, that is not what happened. And if you think that's what happened, please stop listening to this podcast.
All I'm going to say is, if Vinny truly did not sleep, and that's how his eye bags looked the next day, he should release eye cream of some sort, because he clearly has an incredible secret that everyone needs. Same with Tamaris. She looked completely fine. And then they come back and somebody was like, I think it was Melinda, was like, oh, they look like shit. They do not look like shit.
No,
they look
what are you talking about?
Completely fine, because some people are saying that they didn't sleep in exile.
What are these like? Are these like truthers? Do you also believe that the moon landing was fake, sir or ma'am? Get out of here with that absolute garbage.
Definitely slept there. Definitely woke up there. Definitely spent the night in exile. And we all know that, and no one's questioning that.
No one is questioning. No one should question. And if you do question, come here and I'll punch you in your face.
They come back. We're getting ready. It's about to be Paradise Games. We're getting jumping jacks in. Spanky was pantsed.
Great. Love a good pantsing. I don't care how old you are. Well, I take that back.
Well,
I do care about how old you are. You must be above the ages of 18. And actually, the older you get, the funnier it becomes.
Well, and also the people around need to be of age and above. There's a lot of nuances that we're gliding over.
Yeah, my first comment was the 100% opposite of what I should have said. It should be, I do care about how old you are and everything around with age, because, you know.
Yes, I was more concerned.
I don't want to be like driving down the road and somebody thinks I'm a pedophile and they go out and try to shoot me like that sticker I saw a few weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Still not over that.
I want to find that car again.
I was more concerned about the fact that Spanky is wearing all white with no underwear on.
It's a bold move from Spanky, but this is just what Spanky does. Like,
yes.
Why are we to question Spanky? This isn't his first rodeo. He didn't just like dry run this on All-Star Shore. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, I guess, but still, any sort of sweat or any sort of liquid you'll get splashed on there, you'll see right through it.
I don't think he cares. And you know what? I respect that.
I feel like sweat would be worse. I don't know.
No.
We don't need to go into detail.
Sweat is not the worst option that could come there, okay?
No, I'm saying sweating would be worse without underwear on than with underwear on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I've never pulled off what he's trying to pull off.
You've never freeballed it in public?
I don't believe I have, no.
No. But you're not saying 100%. You seem to be dancing on a line here.
I'm trying to think now if I can recall a time where I was bold enough to do that, and I don't think I was ever that bold.
You had, like, even you wake up hungover in college and you just throw on sweatpants to go to McDonald's?
No.
Get a hash brown before it's 10?
No, without putting underwear on? No.
Okay,
we don't all sleep naked, Mixie, so, okay? Some of us are always wearing underwear, okay?
People that voluntarily put pants on just blow my mind. I don't have any on now. And guess what, guys? I typically don't. When you see me like this. Spoiler alert, no pants.
Spoiler alert. just so you're aware. For everybody at home.
You'll never see it, though. Anyways.
Yeah, she's just a torso. She's just a torso.
Just a torso. That's why I don't have pants on, because I don't have legs to put in them. Anyways.
Yeah, it's just a logistical nightmare. You know what I mean? I would like to say, I'm pretty sure, actually I'm 95% sure, that Vinny, upon coming back, when they were saying how awful that it definitely was, that they definitely stayed there, and all the definite things they did over the night, I think he said, No, I wouldn't do that. I'd need like the Egyptian cotton and all that because Tamaris has grade A pussy. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. And that's why she looked like that, like you're doing right now.
I didn't hear that part. I heard the Egyptian
Well, they bleeped
cotton.
it out. I went back and listened a couple times, but I'm pretty sure that's what he was referencing.
Like 1,000 count Egyptian cotton. This is high standard. It is grade A.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that because, she's got grade A pussy.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't fuck somebody in a tent by cows. I don't care who you are.
First time.
Maybe Gabo.
Yeah.
Outside of Gabo, I would not fuck anybody.
I think that's the only way Gabo fucks, by the way. So that would be the only way you could catch him.
I catered to the king. But, damn. Good for him, though. Yeah. He respects the pussy and he wants to put it on some nice sheets. I would, if I was Tamaris, that would be a compliment.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 1,000% sure he's probably correct in that statement. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they haven't fucked yet at this point, have they?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Before the exile game, or not the exile game, before the paradise game starts, we have Fabio is just not doing well. He is unwell. Pooh Bear's like, you got to get your shit together. And she asked Javi to go get some aloe to aloe up Fabio's burnt ass. This happens. I'm like, oh, wow, Javi's going to be so nice. That's so nice. All of a sudden, cut to Fabio is bare ass naked on a couch in front of everyone. We are not in a bathroom. We are not in a bedroom. We are outside.
Yeah.
Again, which makes me think he's doing his butthole sunning because he gives no fucks. Cakes to the sun. I gotta do it. Fabio goes 2 for 2, becoming this week's
back to back
Ass of the Week. Ass of the Week.
Wow. Back to back. Ass of the Week. It is a rare thing to pull off that feat. You got to be somebody like Dr. Disrespect to do back to back. You know what I mean? This is what we're talking about here.
He's an expert. He goes up there. He's going into the Hall of Fame at this point.
Yeah.
He's giving straight ass, not only to camera, to everyone.
To everyone in the general vicinity. Camera people, producers, the cleaning lady, anybody who's there. He's just like, y'all can come see it. On a more specific note, I have put on aloe vera before to treat some burns when I was a younger pup and liked to be out in the sun all the time.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure I know what aloe vera looks like. This just looked like oil. This looked like just baby oil that they were lathering on him. This was not that kind of nice, soothing aloe that you put on. The lime green that we get here in the United States that you just slather on and it's more goopy. They just had like a bottle, like they were just like putting oil into a pan and they were going to like cook up some bacon or something like that. You know what I mean?
I noticed that it didn't look the same. I just assumed it was like the Pedialyte thing, like
okay.
It's kind of close. I mean, the bottle was blue. I was like, that's not what aloe vera looks like at all.
It came out like it's a sun tanning liquid, like you would put on to get more tan.
Yeah.
But maybe they have some sort of like Colombian hybrid aloe vera that just like does wonders, but Big Pharma over here won't allow it or something like that.
Classic,
you know what I mean?
Classic stuff.
Big Pharma move, They're just trying to get Travis Kelce on our side, and then everybody will be like, oh, Travis Kelce, Big Pharma guy. Oh, Taylor Swift's got to be a big Pharma guy. No. We see right through the movie.
Karma or Pharma?
Pharma. I said it wrong, but also because we're talking about Taylor Swift, the word karma comes up. It's a thing that you clearly don't understand, and we'll just move right by it because I want to get in a conversation about this.
That's fine. We won't because you'll lose that conversation. So we'll move on. Right before the games as well, Vinny, this was one of the best moments for me. Guy, I don't know if he slightly touched Tamaris's back or something when they were walking, but Vinny jumps at it. He goes, Guy, don't touch my girl. Guy's fucking everybody in here.
Fucking everyone. Don't try it. And he's like, oh, I don't do it. You haven't kissed her. You haven't kissed her.
And Vinny's like, we're not in some fucking weird European We're gonna fuck everybody in the house. She's mine. Don't touch her. Don't look at her.
Don't do it. So she comes over and gives him a kiss. And he's like, okay, yeah. I like how that's like Guy's thing is like, well, you did not kiss her, so if you did not kiss her, I'm able to fuck. I'm able, like that's some sort of like rule at home for him. Like, well, I didn't see you guys kiss, so I'm allowed to fuck.
He's the modern Monopoly man, but instead of collecting houses, he collects bitches, as he should.
Good for him. I mean, we said from day one, that mustache fucks.
It just really fuck. It really, really fucks.
You don't have a mustache like that if you don't. I don't even think your body will allow it if you don't. You know what I mean?
He referred to himself, he was like, I'm cute. Like, sorry.
Yes.
It's like, yep, well. Yep. You are. Good for you. He is kind of, again, like, I don't understand why Chantel keeps telling us that he's like this manly man. I am not getting that.
I'm not.
But he's cute.
Yeah.
If he shaved that mustache, he would be a 12. I don't understand it. But you win some, you lose some. I guess I'm losing, but not understanding Mustache Man's fit and facial hair decisions. Right before we go to the game, it comes up that it's a bar situation, or maybe when we're at the game, it's like this is like a bar. You're going up to the bar. Issa, this woman says, I never go to the bar because I always have a table.
How is she supposed to play this game? This seems completely unfair for her. What is she supposed to do? Like, she doesn't know how to get a drink for herself. What a disadvantage for her.
It really is unfair. I agree with you. And I think this is why the game ended the way it did. Now, everyone else will say that it was because of Javi, but I do feel like it was set up for her to fail, and that's unfair. And I don't think that. I think production should be like looking at themselves in the mirror and be like, am I really giving a fair game, especially to people that are so privileged that they don't know what going to a bar is like?
Yeah, it's really on them. They really need to take some steps back and maybe go to a seminar about inclusivity. Yeah. Because that's a big thing right now in our world, right? It's being inclusive of people from every different walk of life. And you're excommunicating people who just get table service all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on.
How dare you?
Why don't you take a step back? Why don't you look around? Why don't you take your rose-colored glasses off and look at reality for a second? Okay?
Yeah.
Because not everyone goes to a bar. They go and get table service. I would like to say, Issa, as a lesser who tends to only go to bars and has gotten table service a handful of times in her life, going to the bar is better. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You don't have to make the drinks. When you have table service, do they bring the bottles of alcohol to you? Sure. But you know how much time and effort it takes to pick that bottle up and pour it into a glass? And then you're like, where's the ice? And you got to reach over these 4 girls whose boobs are hanging out so you can get the scooper for the ice. Then you get the ice. Then you're like, where's the chaser? And fucking Gracie Lee is over in the corner chugging the cranberry juice, so you don't even have any cranberry juice left. Somebody knocked over the cans of Red Bull, so they're on the ground. You could go for a ground Red Bull, but oh my God, you're going to have to bend over?
Gross.
Whereas if you go to the bar, you just say, hey, I'd like a vodka Red Bull with a little bit of cranberry juice.
Just make it for you.
And they give it to you done.
It's like you having your own butler. I'm starting to think table service is horrific.
I don't.
Huh. Yeah. Also,
I don't know.
If we're speaking honestly here, you're just bringing me the bottle with some sparklers? That seems like a very high cost of business to do that.
I think you're getting played in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? Keep doing that, people who do that, because I don't really want those people hanging out with us normies in the club, right?
Well, they are making the line at the bar shorter by doing this. Yeah. but they are playing themselves, in my opinion. You guys have to make your own drinks.
Yeah, and then you're right about getting that ice scoop is like most of the time. Now you got to like drain off the water because it's melted, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're fighting your elbow. Then you gotta get the leverage.
Oh God!
Talk about the leverage. Yeah. We'd be here all day if we sit here talking about the leverage.
And that girl, whatever her name was, Kaylee Lee or whatever her name was.
Yeah, Gracie Lee drinking the fucking cranberry juice.
I feel like that name was a very specific pull for you.
It was a combination of two. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good improv. Yeah. She's drinking all that cranberry juice because she's hungover. She might have a UTI, so she's trying to flush it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I would like it in my vodka Red Bull.
Yeah, I get it. So, yeah. Keep doing the table service and also be more inclusive. That's what we're basically going for here.
And, you might think that we are being contradictory, but that is not the case. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. I bet you, if you think we're contradictory, you probably also think they didn't sleep on the beach last night in exile.
Yeah, and I bet you also think that the stuff that they were pumping into their head pitchers was beer.
Oh.
That shit was not beer.
No, I bet you they thought it was Mountain Dew.
I thought it was Mountain Dew. I said, this beer looks an awful lot like Mountain Dew.
Why would it be Mountain Dew? It's clearly beer.
It wouldn't be.
They wouldn't do something like that to us.
Well, maybe it was piss, because Fabio said it was a golden shower, so it could have been piss at this point.
Nice move.
It was foaming, so maybe it was piss.
Hey, you get that good frothy foam on the top of that. That's what we're going for here. I love that we didn't know all the rules that the cups had to be filled up to the top, but this is just
why would we?
Why would we? Exactly. You know what? It's part of the choose your own adventure story of All-Star Shore.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
It's part of me going, I don't really know what's going on sometimes. I don't know the rules. Neither do these people. They can pick up all the cards if they want. They can put their hand over the top of the thing so it doesn't spill out. You know what? It's fine. This is just my challenge brain doing logical things, and then I have to just take that brain out, remove it, put All-Star Brain in, and then I go, oh, yeah, I got everything situated now. Yeah, I like that.
I liked that they didn't even... Who was reading? Was it Fabio? Whoever was reading didn't even... Or maybe it was Javi. Didn't even finish reading, because then Snooki had to come on and be like, well, you also forgot that the loser goes to exile.
I love it. I love it so much. It's so good.
An absolute chaos.
I actually found this very entertaining.
I liked it.
Very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. It was fun.
I wanted to ask you a real question about this situation.
Okay.
Let's talk about Javi and he had to go back, right, to help her out.
Mm-hmm.
Am I supposed to believe that he got the beer in his hat that she pumped and he just went? Or am I starting to think that maybe she went first and all of hers spilled out, so she's calling him back, hey, all mine spilled out, come back, and that's why he was like, you're fucking stupid that you spilled it already.
Interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. This situation and all of the conversations that happened after about this situation really struggled to follow the conversations.
I appreciate the fact that it was all subtitled. I really did. Because it made me learn some interesting new words. I loved it.
Even if it was in English. I don't even know if they knew what they were arguing about. It's just the whole thing. And when he said something in Spanish, I believe it's Spanish that he speaks, but they said it was idiot. I think he was calling himself an idiot. I personally think she did the crank, and then she turned around to go down the stairs to go in front, and he just bolted. So by the time she came around and stood there and realized he was gone, he was halfway gone.
Okay. I can see that too.
Because I don't think he ever denied the fact that he was the dumbass for not even, like, again, I'm trying to pull the one or two sentences out of the arguments that happened later. And he said that he owned up to fucking up and not being there to crank it.
Sure. I'm wondering later that I love how we're really diving deep into the semantics of the All-Star
No one
Show
has thought
daily.
about it this much. No one.
No, not even production. She later was like, he did not listen to me. If he listened to me, we would have won this. And I'm like, what type of crazy strategy move did you have, my dear, that would have won you this that he was not paying attention to? Like, were you gonna what was the strategy here that everyone else did not do that you thought of in the moment? I just don't know what would have been created there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if she's talking about like she had a strategy, just because I don't believe that Issa would have a strategy. I think it was more just like hey, your turn now, and he just left. Like, he just did not listen to anything that came out of her mouth. I think you're giving, I don't want to say too much credit, but too much credit to Issa, thinking that she would have. You just
said you weren't going to say it, and then you said it. How dare you?
I can't find other words right now.
Okay.
I don't think that she had a game plan outside of just both of us fill up our cups or fill up our pitchers on our hats, and then that's it.
I don't think there's another game plan to come up with. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see how you can reinvent that situation. It had to be, she felt like they lost because he went ahead, had to come back, and that like 20 seconds cost them, which maybe it did.
Probably did. Like, it seemed pretty tight at the end. I wish that it was like a bigger cup, or like there was cups that were like staggered in different places, because they just kind of were just like dumping their hats, you know what I mean? And like, and then they kind of at the very
using
end,
their hand to like funnel it in, which again, there are no rules. I love it,
which
just
is great.
Tell them, the least amount of rules possible is better for this show.
Probably. But they did show at the end like why Issa and Javi were the ones that lost. It was like this much of the cup wasn't full, and I was like, but are we really gonna? I mean, you're not showing me all the other tables. You're gonna sit here and tell me all the other tables were perfectly full. I don't know if I believe that, but they needed a loser, and that seemed to be the situation.
And by the time the cameraman got there, there was a little bit of less non-Mountain Dew in it. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. I loved that Chantel and Spanky are like out of nowhere becoming like the team to beat.
Absolute power couple, these two. Absolute power couple. Put them on the challenge, please.
Yeah. Oh, God. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine those two? People would
needed.
Oh, my God.
It's really needed.
Please.
The challenge would be so much more entertaining at the home front.
Are you kidding me? Those two in a challenge house?
Woo! Can you imagine those two with like CT?
No. No, I can't.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Give me. Yeah, I'm going to take out CT because CT would just sleep. Put Josh in there with them.
Josh would cry. I give Josh not even 24 hours before he cries about something. Josh would cry.
Oh, God, it was so good. That's so good.
Great Paradise game. Had an absolute blast. We get home and find out we're going to the beach club, baby.
Okay. Where have they been? Are you not
on a beach?
Basically already at a beach club every night? They seemed so excited like they were in a prison for months. And they're like, we're going to let you out for one night, and it's going to be a beach party. They're like, fucking beach. I'm like, you're on a beach having a party every night.
Yeah, it always is funny to me when reality shows do this. The challenge does this. Other shows have done this. This is like a classic. Like, we get to leave the house. Oh my God. Like, thank God we get to leave the house. All of us at home do not feel bad for you. You're in a fucking mega mansion. You pretty much have everything given to you at all times. Like, we aren't like, oh, thank God they let him out of the house. They've been cooped up. These poor people.
Oh, it's just awful. It's just awful that you have to leave one great location to move to another great location. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's real sad. Just really, again, just roughing through it. And thank God they do it. They do it for us.
They do it for us. Thank you for your service. Mm-hmm. So next time you see one of them in person, and you also see a military member, be sure to thank both of them for their service.
A tip of the cap, if you will.
A salute. Nice. Nice.
We get to the beach club, and I do want to call this out because it is very important. Vinny does a speech where he says that he is going to show them how it's done, basically insinuating that he's going to be the king of the party. Vinny, you didn't do a good job.
No, you failed, sir. You failed. I don't want to say quite miserably, but kind of miserably. Like, it wasn't even close.
Well, I was like, well, at least Vinny will be blackout drunk. That also didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
He was being wholesome. What the hell, Vinny?
Yeah, big miss. Just don't say that you have to. You're gonna show everybody how it's done. The OG is gonna show you how it's done. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Have you seen what your competition is, sir? Have you seen what?
Look around.
There was a guy out there sunning his butthole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not seeing you do that, my dude. You keep making excuses. Oh, everybody on my show is married and has kids. Oh, doesn't sound like you're the OG anymore.
Yeah.
Does it?
What prevents you, who does not have kids, who is not married, from sunning your butthole? Okay?
Sun your butthole. Maybe things will change for you.
Yeah.
I loved his twerk off with Spanky, though. I will give him credit where it's due.
It's a good
Absolutely amazing. Spanky crushed him, but he tried. And we all love an effort. Also, he's fucking sipping on this girly ass drink with a straw. Crazy Stupid Love, anyone. Watching Pooh Bear and Tamaris make out.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, no explanation, and then never showed again.
Wow. Tamaris was making out. She also basically treated Pooh Bear's face as a soft serve Dairy Queen ice cream cone. That I would normally say is gross in any situation where somebody just licks somebody's nose. Today hot. Today hot because it's Tamaris, and I'm pretty sure there's multiple things that Tamaris does that to most normal people would be gross. You'd see it and you'd be like, oh, gross, disgusting.
Interesting. What else has she been doing that's gross?
No, I just mean like no. What I meant was normal people would do something. Not stepping back, stepping forward. Step forward. There's things that normal people would do that you'd be like, ooh, that's gross. Tamaris would do that same thing and you'd be like, oh, that's hot.
Like give blowjob with teeth. Got it.
I mean, there you go. You completed the circle of logic for me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, America. You're welcome.
And then Vinny ends it with saying he's falling in like with Tamaris, which was cute. Do we believe this?
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
We believe this relationship.
I believe this relationship at this point on the television show. I believe he is where he feels like he is and where he's saying he is. I do. I do. I also believe Tamaris is there as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I definitely think so. There was also some strong making out also from other parties involved at this point here,
yes.
too. Was there not? Yeah, there's some more makeouts, which I guess is the reason we went to the beach club away from the beach club.
To make out, I guess. Who knows?
Yeah, I like it. I like when people are making out and then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose.
What the fuck happened? We were all having a great time until we all were very much not having a great time. Issa and Javi get into a fight. Then we see Chantel and Melinda get into a fight where Chantel gives us yet another amazing quote. She says,
"She's as fake as my tits."
Incredible.
What else do we expect from her?
And then we go back to Issa and Javi. Issa throws a drink at Javi. Everybody's yelling, so Fabio decides that's a time to get naked and dive into the pool. All of the guys are in the pool saying the girls are fighting, but Javi is actually involved with the fight with Issa. There's so much going on.
So many things going on, and my brain was all over the place, and I just wrote down a few just bullet points, not long threads, just bullet points I want to mention.
Please explain, because I kind of glossed over at this point in the episode.
Yeah. Bullet point number one is there was a drink thrown.
Yes.
Love a good drink throw. We know how I feel about a good drink throw. That is just the point where you get so frustrated. You're like, drink throw. And then it's just, oh, my goodness here. So I believe somebody is trying to hold her back and push her somewhere else. And in the moment, as that's being done, as one of the parties is trying to be removed from the situation, I do see our boy Spanky in the background.
Oh, yeah?
Next to what I believe was an empanada cart, just chowing down. He's like, well, I mean, there's empanadas here. I'm going to get involved when I'm chowing on some great empanadas. I don't think so. It's a beach party. I'm having my empanadas. They have their fight. I have my empanadas. That's number one that I wanted to bring out there.
Spanky.
Spanky, my guy. He's like, I keep winning.
He's like, I have no underwear on. I will eat this empanada.
Yeah, I'm going to eat it. This cart was brought out specifically for winners, and I am a winner. So this is my treat. Then they jump in the pool, which they said skinny dipping was great. I don't think all but maybe one person was skinny dipping. That's neither here nor there. The more important thing, there was like 4 people in the background just laying out on like some chairs that I'm like, who are these random people back here? Is this production?
Thank you. I also was confused. There was another time where I saw some people just chilling, and I was like, those aren't people on the show, are they? They were like out of focus, so I wasn't 100% sure. But they were just chilling.
Did they not rent out the full club?
Yeah.
Did just people like invade the area at night? What's going on here? Also, if it was production, love it. Love that just
the only people that it's allowed to be is production. If it's other people, I'm going to get mad. But if it's production, they deserve it. Let them fucking hang out.
Let them hang out. Just get a nice chair available for the madness. And that's what you did. And I appreciate that a lot. I'm here for that. I'm here from chowing down to the empanada cart with the 4 people in the background. It was great. It was great.
A very successful beach club party, for sure.
I can understand why they got so excited now.
Yeah,
I really
now
can.
It makes sense. Because
nobody
told us drinks were going to be
sense.
thrown. Nobody told us there was going to be people getting naked. If they had said that, I would have been on board with them being cooped up in the house, because this shit wasn't happening in the house. So,
yeah. Okay, here's one thing I want to do before we move on a bit, because they come home, Mixie.
Yes.
I am going to put the photo up on the screen, full screen here. I've just texted Mixie this photo. If you are listening on podcast only, I'm very sorry. But Mixie, I need you to describe this photo. What is going on in this photo?
We're gonna go section by section here.
Okay.
Marina and Chantel in the back. I can tell you, this one I feel confident in. And Chantel, I know you listen. Let me know if I'm right. As a lady, there are times where certain outfits require you to wear underwear, yes, but basically things that you would use to put in your mouth to remove debris. Dental floss. I would assume that the underwear that she currently has on, just by the cut and the way that things are looking, that it is very small in the back. I am also going to assume that they sat in a Sprinter van to come home from said beach club. Okay. And I'm sure it was not a comfortable ride. This woman is digging a front wedgie out, or has just accomplished digging a front wedgie out. Because when you have a string like that in the back, it pulls all of that cloth in the front.
Oh, okay.
When you're sitting for a while, she is picking her front wedgie out.
All the ladies listening right now are like, preach, tell the men, Mix, tell the men. Yeah.
And I can only assume that she had asked Marnie to step in front of the camera when she was doing this, because Marnie's face is saying, you didn't tell me when you were doing it. You're doing it now.
You've just done it, and the camera is pointed at me, and you are off to my left, miss. So thank you.
And then if we go into the front part of the
foreground,
shot,
if you will. Yeah.
The foreground, if you will. Spanky is just so happy to be home that he is in the process of doing a roundhouse kick to Issa's face that eventually happens.
Oh my God, right in the face.
He's upside down. He is right now in a 90-degree angle from head to ass, straight up in the air.
Did you pause this like authentically, or did you?
I authentically paused right here because I saw this happening, and I went back, and when I paused, it was like, oh, this is perfect. This was not a frame by frame job, but I saw her digging, and I saw him about to do this, and I go pause, and I happened to get this perfect frame. I was like, what an apps! This should be how you promote the show.
Yeah.
If I wanted to take a photo to show people what All Star Shore is about, I'm pretty sure I would show them this photo. You can't tell me if this wasn't on a billboard in Times Square, you'd be like, I need to watch this fucking show.
I also just loved how they were all like stumbling in. Like they're not even trying to hide how blackout drunk they are. And that's again, great. Another A+ move by this television production company and the program in general. We love to see it.
It's
Before
so
everybody came home, though, something did happen, Steven.
Oh, okay.
Vinny and Tamaris came home and went to Sexile. Tamaris is a fashion icon. She had one of the hottest dresses
oh my God.
I've ever seen. But then
Which I assume was only made for somebody with a body like hers.
Oh, yeah. No, nobody else could really pull that shit off.
Yeah, that's a
she went
custom
to bed
job.
in it. Like, how are you like, what? And this goes even more into my point. Then she's wearing the hot fucking pink slippers. So she had the frame of mind to ditch the heels and get the slippers. But you aren't going to put on like a cute little jammy set? He already saw you in the dress, girl. He already said he's falling in like with you in the dress. We moved to a more comfortable, more sustainable outfit to sleep in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sleeping in that is
Do we feel
worse.
like she doesn't wear anything to bed then?
Maybe, but like I still feel like logistically speaking, getting out of that dress under sheets in a way that is attractive.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe he's already was like, I'm good. She is Tamaris.
She's probably done harder things, got out of harder outfits in bed under sheets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
like
she is a talented
professional.
She's talented for sure.
Then
we get into this fight with Melinda and Chantel.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you $10 if you could tell me 3 sentences complete that happened in that argument. Complete sentences.
I can't tell you anything that happened there other than the producer, who is now on screen here on YouTube. Mixie, on a scale from 1 to 10, how scared is this producer right now?
Oh, terrified. I feel like there is 2 emotions from production. This face and then just exhaustion.
Yeah.
There's
nothing else.
That's it. They're either fucking horrified that something's about to happen, or they are unable to continue on with whatever 18 tasks are on their plate.
For the day.
Yeah.
I saw the producer step in, and they're like, "Oh, we need security." She's like, I'm like, there was no. She was also
fucking
talking
bitch.
through. Yeah, and just being like, "Oh God. Oh God, oh God, somebody else come help me, please. Please, I can't be the only one here for this. Please help me." Utterly fantastic.
Also, where is security? Why is it not closer by? Like they should have been right there. Where are they?
He's probably asleep.
At the
They're like,
beach
they're all
club?
going to be drunk, you know?
That's when they need them the most. They should be stationed at every room.
Just like a security guy outside, just in case.
They don't even say anything. They got the fucking like curly Q thing out their ear, and they're just standing there.
Secret Service, yeah.
Yeah,
That was pretty good. I enjoyed that argument. I can't tell you any full sentences that were said aloud other than "I'm not scared of you."
The only thing that I heard was that Melinda said Guy told her that he wanted to go to Sexile, which never happened. No chance that happened.
Do we think that was like misheard in the argument? You think Melinda
made it up
said
completely?
that
Absolutely.
purposely?
Yep.
Yeah. I can see that 100%. I can see that she would have said that 100%. Then he had to like actually deal with that. He had to like answer for that.
Well, and then she's like, go tell her that you never said that. He's like, I don't have to tell her shit.
Yeah.
Which is probably why she lied on Guy, because she knows Guy's not going to get into it. So she could just be like, oh yeah, you said that. He's going to be like, I didn't, but I'm not going to fucking entertain this shit. All of these foreign guys are not really interested in these fucking dumb bitch arguments.
No, they're really not. And I really appreciate that about these men. I would like to call out Guy personally here. So I don't know if Guy listens, but how dare you steal my fucking line, Guy? You stole my fucking line.
What
you stole my fucking line, and I need you to apologize to me.
What was your line that he stole?
I'm supposed to believe Guy came up with the "everyone knows I'm a cute boy and everyone likes me and it's not my fault" line. That's your line, apparently, Guy?
Oh,
no.
I'm
Steve
sure
LaFrank's line right here.
I'm sure
okay?
he gave correct credit, and that production cut it for time.
Unbelievable.
You're not giving Monopoly Man the benefit of the doubt.
I really should. You know.
But I get the immediate frustration. I do.
So frustrated by that. It was like, did he just literally poach my line? Did he just, commit an act of fraud on me? Do I need to send him like a copyright strike? What do I do in this situation?
Call a lawyer.
Straight plagiarism.
I think that's
plagiarism.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Unbelievable.
It's pretty fucked up. You got to cite your sources, Guy. Come on.
Yeah. Let's move on. Yeah.
Issa and Javi are still fighting. Same with Chantel and Melinda fight. What is the argument about? Because now Javi is a fame whore. I'm not following what the problem is.
I don't know what the problem was. Before they went to sleep, he was trying to explain to Pooh Bear what was going on. And our girl Pooh Bear just wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah.
She was just like, oh my God, I want to go to sleep. We've just partied up at the beach party, which is not the beach party that we normally go to. I just want to go to sleep, my guy. Please, let's deal with this in the morning. Let's deal with this in the morning. You guys are going to go on your fun little trip or whatever, and we'll figure it out.
They kept fighting, and then that conversation comes back up. Melinda says she never flirted with Guy. I just want to remind these people yet again, you are mic'd up and on camera pretty much at all times. So it's really fucking difficult to lie about what happened when there's multiple camera angles and clear as fuck audio for it.
It sounds like a conversation like a girlfriend would have with another girlfriend that accused them of like hitting on their boyfriend. Like, well, I wasn't flirting. Bitch, you were flirting. You're flirting. Like, unless you're
don't say I'm gonna come visit you.
Yeah,
and like
flirting.
And like sit right next to them, tell them how hot they are over and over again. Ask for their brother's phone number if they look like them. There's just a lot. You also like made out with him at one point, like
like a day ago, basically. Yeah.
And then you don't get to be like, oh, Chantel is so jealous of me. Like, oh my God.
For the record, I don't know if she listens. I don't think she's jealous of you. I think you might be a little jealous of her in this set of circumstances, just between me and you. Okay. I don't know.
That was nice of you to say that to her. Somebody needs to wake her up. I don't think she will wake up. She is going to continue to live in her own world. Speaking of living in your own world, Chase and Melinda were sitting next to Javi and Issa as they were finally burying the hatchet. I guess. I still don't really fully understand that. But Javi does say at one point, well, I apologize. And Chase takes this as the opportunity to cut everyone off and say, takes a lot to apologize. After we never saw him apologize to Chantel or Melinda or Javi, actually, to just add on to it.
I didn't even think about that. What a great... This is why you listen to this fucking podcast. For incredible insight like that.
He's going to be Mr. Therapist and then not do what he's saying. It takes a big person to do.
Chase, my guy, like, you're chilling by the pool and that's great and all, but, apologize yourself. You know what I mean? Just apologize yourself. That's all it takes sometimes is for you to take your own actions. I will also like to say, I'm surprised I don't see these people in the pool more often. I'm really honest about that. I would probably strictly only be in the pool.
Yeah.
If there was a zip line, I'd probably be on the zip line all the time. If you
only came for the zip line.
If you get that, please let us know if you got what that's from. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'd be in the pool pretty much all the time. You know what I mean?
I'm starting to think that the sun there is really aggressive because
Yeah.
we got Fabio with an ass burn. People aren't going by the pool, which is like the only area that really isn't shaded.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of why I'm thinking, because I keep seeing, especially Vinny and Tamaris, they're just like on the hammock or they're like cuddled up on the outdoor couch. And I'm like, guys, there's a pool there.
Yeah, get in the pool, my
There's
guys.
a hot tub too. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, the sun's got to be pretty brutal, and if they're outside for all those other things, for those games and stuff like that, it's got to be just sweltering miserableness, and probably your skin burns in 3 seconds or something like that.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So that's my only thought. But I agree with you. I would be playing mermaids for sure.
Yes, please let it do that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about a good old paradise reward like this, Mick? Some horseback riding, some nice little treats and things to eat. How do you feel about this? Would you enjoy this?
I would enjoy this. I do like a good little horsey horse. I like riding things as well. But I couldn't believe Marina stepped in that shit after the whole conversation about the horse shitting and then needing to change. Like, how are you not? That shit had to be piping hot too.
She's so underrated on this show, and when she does show up, she is fantastic. She had a slow start, but she's been ramping up quite nicely. Mm-hmm. I love this. I love that she stepped in it after talking about it. I love the fact that she just didn't stand there and start laughing at herself. No, she fully panic ran to the ocean to wash her feet off.
You could see.
I have to respect that move to the sea. I just loved it. Wow, look at you and your geography, knowing what's going on. Hold on,
I did. I was gonna say you could see
ocean.
Depending
on what side of Columbia they were on, ocean, maybe sea.
Steven.
So you got a 50-50 chance.
You fully misunderstood me. I was saying you could see. I was gonna say you could see the shit on her foot.
Oh, okay.
And you're giving me credit about maps. I couldn't tell you the difference between a sea and an ocean. What is the difference?
Do you not know the difference?
Is there a difference?
Mixie, no.
I'm Googling it. What is
no,
it?
Don't Google. No, stop Googling. Stop Googling. Tell me right now. Tell me what it is. Hands up. What's the difference between a sea and an ocean? Go.
I don't know. Is it the current?
Take a guess. Take a guess. Just take a guess.
Current.
Current? No. Second guess.
I don't even know what a current is.
Oh, God.
Is one of them freshwater? No, because that's like lakes and rivers.
Third time's the charm.
That's what it was called? They decided it was a sea or an ocean?
Oh, my God.
What's the difference?
It's just bigger.
I refuse to accept that as a reason. I'm Googling it. No.
Let's see. What does the good old Google man tell you? What does the Google man tell you?
Seas are smaller than oceans and are usually located where the land and ocean meet. How? Okay, no. Because if the ocean is meeting with the sea, it's still the ocean. Or it's the sea. How do we know where the line is? It's all water.
Listen, part of me wants to give you partial credit for that, because that is a really good, you make a good argument of where's the line? Here's the thing. They've made lines for us.
Where? This is not NFL Red Zone where they have all the lines that are digitally put on the screen. That's not what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with being in a body of water. If you're in a body of water, do you know if it's an ocean or a sea? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Nixie, yes. Yes. If you go about 300 feet to your left. I hate
this discussion. I hate
to the body of water that's out there with the waves. Where are you? Are you in a sea or are you in an ocean? Santa Monica. Yes. If you go and walk in that water, are you in a sea or are you in an ocean?
I think they're interchangeable. Sometimes
I don't believe you're saying any of these things.
I swear to God, I had no idea there was.
You're saying these for bits for us, and then I realize they're not bits.
No, I'm not joking with you. If I up until this moment and kind of still during this moment that we are currently in, don't see a difference between the sea and the ocean. You can't. Yes, okay, fine. A sea is smaller than an ocean, but what's the count on that? Like, how many gallons is that? And how do we know?
Because they've told us. The map people have told us this
we
is
can't
a sea.
just blindly trust people, Steven. This is the bigger issue in America.
How dare you not believe science on this podcast? You're also now going to tell me you didn't believe that they slept outside last night for exile.
I would never say that. I never said that.
You're just as close.
But I never said it. Okay? Don't you gaslight me right now. I'm feeling gaslit anyways because I'm finding out that seas and oceans are different. Which, to be honest with you, I still don't believe you.
Do I need to turn around my camera here and show you the map again?
No, and again, everybody, I do. I'm really glad you brought this up. When Steven talks about maps and oceans and seas and how they're different, I would like you to know that he is looking at a map in front of him. So he's always cheating. Always cheating.
Cheating. I don't need to cheat.
Cheating because you have it in front of you.
Geography conversation with you. I don't know the difference between a sea and an ocean.
I still don't really understand.
Is Australia an island?
I don't want to get into this. I don't remember what the right answer was. We argued about this off
we
air.
literally had this conversation like 2 days ago.
The bigger point is seas and oceans are the same thing.
Ocean or sea, which I gave you credit for, which was hilarious.
She had horse poo-poo on her foot. That was the point.
What a great ending to this episode. What a great ending to this episode we just had.
Well, I would also like to state, Guy and Fabio, you seem like good people. You seem like you wouldn't sit here and argue with me about the difference between a sea and an ocean. You seem like happy people. But what I would like from you moving forward is when you wear T-shirts on a show that is of the reality variety, if you could not wear massive art or logos or whatever the fuck that these people had to blur out, these poor editors, I once again salute you for having to go frame by fucking frame to blur out these shirts. And sometimes just being like, fuck it, it's not really there that long and it's a little bit farther away, so maybe we're okay.
I won't have to draw the lines completely around the shirt. I'll just put a small blur circle close enough to it and let Adobe After Effects figure out the rest and let it track it by itself.
Wear shirts that don't need this. Or if they do, it's a very small area. Like Javi has a shirt. Oh, in the next episode, you guys will find out. Spoiler alert, he's wearing a shirt that has a little logo that they put a little gaffer tape over.
Yeah, they did.
You can do those
not
things.
The entire shirt having to be blurred out. Yeah.
Just try a little bit better. Help them out a little bit.
Yeah. See if you can figure that out.
Ocean not. I don't know.
Oh my god.
We end the episode with everyone back at the house, and we find out it is a 3-way exile. Woo. Ayo.
Ayo.
When you hear 3-way, do you think an orgy or do you think Skyline Chili? Because I think Skyline Chili. Get yourself a 3-way.
Oh,
free promo for Skyline
chili
at all times.
Oh, all the time. If you haven't had Skyline Chili, it'll change your life.
Yeah.
I do think about since I didn't grow up in Cincinnati, I do think about the sexual version before.
Okay,
I think of the
that's
Skyline.
fair.
But now I'll probably change my ways of thought. You know, if you were to say 4-way, immediately I go Skyline.
That's fair. And that's
the jump
fair.
is at 3-way to 4-way.
Look at us finding middle ocean. We end the episode by finding out there will be an extra twist. What could it be? They then show it to you immediately in the preview for the next episode.
Love it. Love it so much. I love this show. I love it so much. It brings
we won't
me so
spoil
much joy
it,
watching.
But if you watched it, you know what's going on. And I'm excited to talk about it for the next episode because it's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Thank you, cast and crew and production, for listening as well. We really appreciate that and sharing that with you guys' community. Please go leave us a review. If you're somebody in production, leave us a review. We would appreciate that.
Or if you're not.
or if you're not too, that's fine. I'm just now asking production to do it because it seems like the regular people listening have not done that yet. So, just
reaching out to a different audience. I understand. Yeah. If you also thought seas and oceans were the exact same thing, please make me feel better by commenting down below.
You don't
on the YouTube video.
You don't want to ask for that. You really don't want to ask for that. I swear that
people don't know these things.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.